My 5M girlfriend to 4F has been cheating on me, but romantically wants me. Hi everybody. I created this profile just for this question because I'm even ashamed anybody could recognize me. So I will try to be the more hideous I can. I'm not a native English, so there might be mistakes here and there. Sorry. So, during my university years, I met this girl from the Middle East who studied in my city, and she has always been what I define a perfect girl for me. I mean, I have never felt better with anyone, *actually speaking, romantically and also mentally. From the beginning, she has always presented herself as a very loyal woman who wants to love and date for serious relationships only. And for 2 years, our relationship looked like this was all true. First important detail: she is a very dominant girl, both in intimate moments and in normal moments of the day. She wanted me to kind of worship her, but this was fine for me. I don't dislike it. And it was kind of a turn on, especially when in private and when we were alone. She was also kinda insulting me, but this was, or at least should have been, part of the game we were playing. Second important detail: I work much, which means I couldn't see her often during the week, and earn very little money, about $800 per month, and I come from a disastered family. While she does not, but has a rich family behind. But still, I have always paid for everything. Every time we went out, the trips we have done, etc. Just sometimes when I was very close to $0, I was asking to split. Months pass until this June we go out for a dinner, and I see her smiling at the phone while messaging, and I discover that she was speaking to a guy on an Instagram chat room, and she refused to make me read the messages between them. I didn't want to ruin that evening for me, since I don't go out often and just wanted to relax. But at the end of the evening, I tried to speak in the most mature way possible about this issue, and I clearly told her that if she was doing anything wrong, she had to tell me, and that I do not have any intentions to stay with a girl that cheats on me. But I also said that I wanted to trust her this was not the case. She denies everything and says that she likes how mature I am and blah blah blah. Some weeks later, I found in her room a chocolate heart and some other gifts which I obviously didn't even open. I perfectly knew inside of me that they were all from the guy she was speaking with. I asked. She admitted and told me that she has been having a parallel relationship with this guy 18M, which is so younger than me and her, and is apparently very rich or does some weird things, because she told me that he pays her to go out. Actually, she made me see her bank account, and this guy was doing for $100 transactions weekly. For God only knows how much time. She admitted they kissed, but I am sure they did more. And this means they have been long together. Because for me, it took 2 months to sleep with her for the first time. At that point, I was so disturbed that my stomach was revolting. She was smiling at me and said something like, "Oh, but don't worry. I only want you romantically, and that's what you should care about." I got angry, and she added that I do not guarantee her a good future with my job, and this guy can buy her things and make her happier than I ever did. At that point, I didn't even formally break up. I just went away from her house without saying goodbye and blocked her everywhere, except on an app that I don't use much, but she does, and I left it purposely. So, second part of the story, she has never texted me for 1.5 months, and I had no intention to do it first. This made me really sad. Like, how the hell is it possible? After sharing everything for 2 years, I was cooking for her, taking her out, organizing picnics on Sunday. She was always telling me that we were the perfect couple, and every friend of her envied us. The day of my birthday, she texted me on that app. She didn't even say happy birthday, but basically these are the important points of the messages. She misses me, and she deserves one that loves her like me, and not a jerk, and she asked me to come back and that she is sorry for what she has done to me. What a nice gift. I did not answer, but I never stopped thinking of her. She is my first thought every morning and my last thought every night, since that last time I saw her, and these messages are now destroying me. A part of me is tempted to answer, forgive her, and go to her. Another part of me feels pure hate for her, but here are my questions, even if I forgive her. How can I trust at this point? If I keep not answering, I suffer anyways. It looks like both going back to her and avoiding her are leading me to pain. Is there a third option, like answering and saying that we can't be together after what she has done? But I don't get what's the point in writing this. Where does it lead to? I feel like answering would just amplify the possibility that she makes me weak and wins again. Does this entire thing have something to do with dominant personalities? Maybe it's something that I should have just accepted as it is if I love her. I feel like she is not capable of putting her deep thoughts into words, and is this some shitty theory invented by myself to justify her? Or is it a thing for dominant people? Story number 2. Wife cheated while I am deployed. I learned back in April that my wife of 5 years, 30F, was having an affair with a guy she worked with. We have a daughter who is 2. Together we had built a comfortable life together. Previous to this, we had been going through a rough patch, but I thought it would be something we would work through. I'm currently deployed, which makes dealing with this issue more challenging to navigate. After getting caught, she apologized, but I didn't buy it, and felt I was only being given lip service. We agreed there was no coming back from this, and truly I went from being madly in love with this woman to the sound of her voice, and seeing her makes me see red anymore. She expressed multiple times that she hates me, and wants to be with the affair partner, and wants to be divorced immediately. She has this guy over at my house most days of the week, late at night, and she bring him around my daughter to spite me, because she says I can do what I want and you can't control me. She has also given this individual the garage code to come and go freely from my home. She has played the victim card in all this and truly believes the lies she's telling. I want so bad every day to post this to social media and destroy her and her image, since she's always cared so much about public perception of her. When she went to her attorney, she drafted divorce documents, stating I would walk away from our home and only get my vehicle and personal belongings. We agreed to 50/50 custody for our daughter, but the papers stated I would only get her every other weekend and wouldn't get overnights with my daughter until she was 5. I shortly after came back telling her that I want my daughter 182 days out of the year, and if she wants the house, she will have to buy me out or we will sell it. She has said that she will not willingly give me that much time with my daughter because she thinks I don't deserve it, and she won't agree to terms for the house either. She said we will settle in court, after informing her of the financial commitment that will entail, not to mention the long time frame. It only fell on deaf ears. I don't want to waste money that could better serve myself or my daughter. Not to mention, I don't wish to waste so much time. In all of this, her family is unaware of her behavior. Any advice on how to persuade her to settle now out of court? Should I maintain the moral high road? Should I lift the veil of all this to family, friends, and anyone else? Edit. I'm in the Missouri Army National Guard. I'm NE5 Sergeant. The only reason I mentioned taking the moral high road is because she's already being difficult, and I don't get to talk to my daughter but once a day for maybe 15 to 30 minutes. Just worried she would make it harder, if not impossible, to speak with my daughter. Legally she can't, but people break the law every day. The loan for the house is in her name, since when we purchased the property her credit was just slightly better than my own. The deed, though, is in both of our names. We have already split bank accounts, so our finances are separate. I send her enough money to make our mortgage payments, since I receive money for utilities and money to support my daughter. Everything else is being put away for the legal battle that will ensue upon my return. I have every intention on fighting for my child tooth and nail. and won't settle for anything less than 50/50ths custody or 182 days a year with her. She is a federal employee for the Federal Bureau of Prisons. This guy was an employee there but has since quit and is currently in the police academy. I learned of the affair because AP's wife tracked him to my house. I have since received pictures, screenshots of messages and videos as evidence of this affair. I also have on video admissions of guilt to confirm this as well. Not to forget, my neighbor across the street has been keeping an eye on my house and has shared videos of AP coming and going freely through my garage.